All right, it's your buddy, it's your pal, Mike Messier. Why it's good to be hated. Just in the last few minutes, I was doing some pontificating, following some world events, and just thinking about my own statements, my own videos. And I don't have a ton of subscribers, but I do have a lot of people that kind of occasionally check into my videos. And I just got on the subject, really thinking about progress and change and evolution in a social way or in a societal way. Things that we now see as overall for the betterment of humankind, they don't happen from people that are well liked. The seeds of change, the seeds of human enlightenment or equality don't happen because people are good little boys and good little girls. And you see that fucking bumper sticker, well-behaved women seldom make progress or whatever the fuck. But it's good for women, but it's not just for women, it's for everybody. People who are well-liked or, living for likes, getting a lot of hits, getting a lot of views. People who really, look at any mainstream thing. I mean, Bill Cosby was well-liked at one time, America's hero. Look what happened with that. So the reality is, people who have the balls or the courage to say, fuck you, fuck this, and point out the injustices, the discrepancies, the hypocrisies, those are the people that I really respect. People that play to the middle and want to wear the sport coat and the tie and be on NBC or ABC at 11:30 at night with a big smile and help celebrities pawn gifts and pawn movies. Those are not the people that are going to change any fucking thing, for the most part. There's always exceptions. But we've seen throughout history, whether it's the last 50 years, 100 years, pop culture or other cultures, that it's the true outliers, the Patrick Henrys, the Harriet Tubmans, the Rosa Parks of the world. They're the ones that make the fucking difference. And trust me, you don't need a time machine to go back and realize that those people were not well liked by the powers that be. So I always find it interesting when I do share some of my views, my thoughts, whether they're serious or comedic, and someone, often will have a comment, well, that's why you have, 67 subscribers, or that's why you have 9 people viewing this video. Well, maybe so, but I'm not playing to be Mr. Mainstream Middle America fucking handshake guy, okay? There's no glory in being Charlie Brown. I mean, there's not. I mean, Charlie Brown fucking falls on his back because Lucy pulls the ball away. So I guess my point is to provoke a thought in your brain that people who are consistently looking for that cyber hug, as I call it, the virtual hug, the cyber hug, living for likes, you're not doing anything that's hasn't been done, and you're not really changing. You're just looking to reinforce what we already know. I mean, looking at the swamplands or whatever the fuck it is, middle of nowhere. It's this fucking swamp. I guess it's not quite a swamp, but a lake. Depends on how you look at it. But the point is, don't be afraid to be disliked, because only the people that are disliked or do raise ire or do provoke or do bring attention to themselves while bringing attention to a subject matter or a concern, those are the people that change things for the better. 50 years, 100 years after they're dead, those are the people that will be remembered. Or if they are remembered, or maybe the values or the ethics or the points of conversation they brought to the table will still be developed or be developing. But those that are just looking to be mainstream guy with a handshake, I mean, those are the types of assholes that we just tolerate because we have to. So anyway, it just came to my mind that I think people overestimate or they overvalue being liked, being accepted. The person who's willing to go out there and provoke a question or provoke a conversation that is not necessarily going to be well loved or well liked or have the million thumbs fucking up, that's the person who demands true respect, true admiration, not the fucking putz who plays to the middle all the time. I'd rather, die or be injured on the battlefield of at least fighting a war for integrity than just, living for likes. I mean, you can look at my personal history if you want, so we will. My recent challenge to WWE and their Saudi Arabian doing business, well, people are finally catching on a couple of weeks later that the WWE is not just doing a little spot show in Saudi Arabia. They have a 10-year deal, and they're not allowing, along with Sharia law, to have women wrestlers on this show. And I raised that point. People don't want to hear about it, but now they're thinking about it. I raised the point 2 years ago, living for likes, and I wrote a very extensive article about Zuckerberg, hashtag Zuckerberg. I'm not going to re-edit this video just because I said his name wrong. Zuckerberg doing deals with the propaganda leader of China, the prime minister of propaganda in China. I raised that. I put that into writing. People didn't want to hear about it, didn't want to discuss it, didn't want to, change their Facebook settings. Now it's coming to focus. So for all the 67 subscribers out there who actually watch my videos, and for those that watch a spot video here and there, maybe you ought to listen a little bit clearer and share these videos, because there might be some seeds of truth and knowledge, and there's some comedy on these fucking videos too. I share comedy and humorous insights into my perspective, but I'm not looking to be, Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon or some smiling putz, shaking around trying to, work on my brand. The brand is just me. I get sick of brands. It's another word I hate. Brand. Fuck your brand, okay? Have some fucking balls and make some statements and provoke a goddamn conversation. Don't sit on the fucking sidelines and watch, because life is fleeting. We're all going to be dead before you fucking know it. And the question is, did you get a bunch of fucking blue thumbs wasting your fucking life, or did you stand for something? Did you fucking do something with your goddamn life? That's it, Mike Messier. Why it's good to be bad, why it's good to be disliked. Oh, bring the hate. That's how change happens. Enjoy the swamp.